What's your name?
Sharon.
All right. Who's your attorney?
I'm representing myself.
Okay. Always questionable. Come on up. All right. This is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Shane Leroy Reamer. Today was the motion deadline for both motions and motion in limines to be heard. Jury instructions were to be provided to the court by April 2nd, along with any proposed voir dire questions. Mr. Reamer, you are charged with police officer resisting and obstructing causing injury, which carries a maximum penalty of up to 4 years in prison. Police officer assaulting, resisting, and obstructing, that carries up to 2 years in prison. There's 2 of those. And then there's a disorderly. And what is the plea offer in this file?
Your Honor, the people have offered to a plea of 2 counts to attempted R&O.
All right.
So 2 misdemeanors, and we would kill a brute to no upfront jail.
All right. Mr. Reamer, the plea offer in this case was to plead to 2 one-year misdemeanors with no upfront jail, and there'd be like 12 months or so of probation, some minimal fines and costs. Do you understand that? All right. Now, Mr. Reamer, you know, I'm assuming you graduated from high school, right?
8th grade.
You went through 8th grade, and this is a felony that could result in you going to prison. Why don't you stand in front of that podium for me? So do you understand an attorney can help guide you through the legal process?
Yes, I tried to have, I almost had a public defender. Unfortunately, she wasn't representing me appropriately. I'd asked for another one, but.
So I have no authority over who gets appointed. You're appointing an attorney.
I understand that, but when they're not representing you appropriately.
Okay, I didn't ask that. I'm just saying you have a right to an attorney. I know the attorney you're referring to. She's diligent. She works hard. Maybe you didn't like, I know when I was a public defender, sometimes my clients didn't like what listen to me, I'm talking. My clients didn't like the things that I told them. But, you know, her job isn't to do what you want. Her job is to represent the law. So you understand at this point, you can hire an attorney, or you can go with the public defender and whoever they assign you, or you can go to trial pro per with no law degree, no experience, and risk going to prison. You're going to represent yourself.
I'm going to represent I ain't got no choice but to represent.
Have you provided your jury question, the voir dire questions? Because if you haven't, they're waived.
If there's
no, they were due.
If there's evidence provided against me, I have a right to defend myself using that very same.
That wasn't the question I asked you.
That's
you do have a right to defend yourself, Mr. Reamer. I'm just.
My right for violence.
I'm talking. You're not. If you don't stop talking and listen to me, so I can go through my speech, I will send you over to the jail. Do you understand? All right. You have not filed any motions. Jury instructions were due and voir dire questions were due. You have not provided those. We gave you a copy of this. So do you understand what I've received is what will be used? Do you understand that?
No, I don't. I don't
Okay.
understand that. I didn't understand that.
Okay. Well, I can't advise you of the law.
No, but
you're
looking at the case, and you've been presiding over my case for 3 years now.
I know. It's fine. You're going to go to trial.
You're the one that signed the warrant for my arrest while I was in jail.
I don't know that. I don't remember.
Yes, you did do that.
Okay. I'm allowed to do that.
No, you violated my rights.
Okay. Well, you have options. You can file a complaint with the JTC if you'd like. So are you prepared to go to trial?
Absolutely.
Have you provided your witness list?
I haven't yet, but I will.
Okay. Have you subpoenaed any witnesses that were not on the prosecutor's raised just eyewitness list?
Yes. My witnesses are the ones that was there at the scene.
No.
And, yes.
Do you understand that you have to provide a witness list and you have to provide a copy to the prosecutor? Do you understand that?
Prosecutor, I gotta provide what to him?
So if you're going to have witnesses at trial, you need to make sure the prosecutor has their name and contact information so that they could interview them prior to trial if they wanted. Do you understand that?
Well, they got all that information.
Now, do you understand when we go to trial, a lot of times some of the questions you ask or he asks may be objected to, and it's not personal. It's just, you know, we have to follow the law.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm allowed to object too, though, right?
Huh?
I'm allowed to object too.
You are, and then you have to provide the basis for that objection.
Yes.
Okay, so you need to understand your objections. So you might want to do some research to understand.
I've been doing
Good, good. You sure you don't want a public defender for trial? You sure you don't want an attorney for trial?
I'm not going to take any of the attorneys from here because they're all corrupt.
Well, I don't agree with that. All right, this matter is continued to trial. Trial is set for 9 a.m. I expect everybody here by 8:30 in the morning.